This is a great roadmap for students during E&I, which is our enrichment and intervention time, to focus on some practice with foundations. So you might come up with a topic and write that topic here, and it could be multiple word list or multiple concepts. So like if you're focusing on R controlled, maybe the students are ready for a review and they're ready for maybe AR, ER, and IR. Maybe your students are just focusing on one topic. Okay, so again, you're using what you know about your students for this review. So the first kind of thing is these are just kind of templates and you will need to add to it. So the first thing is sort the words. So students might have off to the side these little words, and you can just kind of type these in here, and then the students will be able to sort these words into the correct tile. Another thing is you'll want to label where they're sorting them to, or have kind of the students sort those. But again, you'll just kind of use that shape tool, pick one of these out, write your words, and you can just kind of hit Control D and you can duplicate them. And then you can write all the words that you need onto here for the students to sort. Once the students sort, students can then read the words. So students might have some words and maybe they're using the sort the words as well, and you can have them then read the words. They can use Mote, which is this little extension, and they can just quickly read them. They can also use Screencastify to read, but that way they're just practicing reading out loud. Mote is, it used to be free, but now they kind of changed their pricing plan where Screencastify will record for 5 minutes. So depending on your students and what you need, either of those could be options, and I'm happy to help with either of those. Then this next one is students are going to have sentences. So you're going to provide them sentences, and then they are going to use this to highlight those sentences and where they see those words, and then they're going to illustrate. So this one you'll probably want to type and then print it out. And so for example, when you do that, you will want to use this symbol, and you can just kind of remind the students, hey, when you see that symbol, that means it's on paper. You need to go to the bin wherever you have that standard operating procedure, and then students will kind of know what to do. So again, using these icons can help as well. The activity before that, you can put in links for other resources and websites. So this one, they were practicing EA, EE, and EY. And so they were using the word wall website. So again, you might have other links or other activities that can be on paper. And I would suggest doing a blend of digital and get the students off the screen with some paper. So again, just using that icon so students know where to find things can really help. And you can just kind of make this smaller if you need to, and you can just kind of put it in the box and just kind of remind students whenever you see that icon, that means it's on paper. This next one is sort the words. So again, using maybe Seesaw or another application, or again on paper, and just kind of adding that in. So again, you'll want to add different links in to get the students off of the computer. Pick the spelling, again, is another Seesaw activity. And again, you could put it with a game here. You could do a Seesaw activity, whatever you kind of want to do, but kind of providing students a variety. Students could also watch different videos or the Foundations videos about the topic to get a quick review on the material as well. And you can kind of reorder any of these activities that you might need to for your students. This next one is vocab. So you might provide some terms, and then students might put in the definition, they might put in a picture, and then they could use Mote to practice saying that word. So working on some vocabulary can also help. And then they might read the passage. So you might provide students with a passage, and students will read that passage. Again, this might be on paper, so that way they can highlight the concept, or they can highlight important information or evidence from the text. And then they will answer different comprehension type questions. Once students answer those questions, they can also use that same passage to write. So you might provide the students a question based on that passage. They come up with the topic sentence. They have sentence starters over here to help them. And then they're working on evidence and elaboration. So students are really working on those different skills to improve their writing. So that could be another idea. And then the last one is kind of a fun one. It's a choice board. I would not give all of these to students. I would pick and choose like 3 of them, and have the students choose. So they might make a brochure about that new concept. They might write a book using those words. This is extending their knowledge and making them apply it. They could create a video explaining that process or that concept as well. So again, students will pick which one they want to do. Again, I would not assign all of these. I would just kind of pick and choose which ones to do with students. But this is kind of that Foundations basic reading kind of roadmap for students to review maybe during that E&I enrichment and intervention time. And again, it will probably take a week for students to complete this, a week to 2 weeks, depending on the concept and the activities built in. But then you can have different opportunities to pull students up as other students are working on this to meet with them small group. So again, a great activity for kind of that E&I time.